Hey, what is up, guys? Enum here. Today I wanted to bring you a quick, short, to the point 7.3.5 Frost Death Knight PvP guide. I have another guide that's a little more in-depth. I'll leave that link in the description. It was for 7.3.2, but Frost Death Knights really haven't changed too much other than some damage changes. The playstyle is still the same. So if you want a more in-depth guide, you can check out that link in the description, but this one's going to be straight, quick, to the point. I'm going to be covering what talents you're going to need, and that's basically it, and a little bit about the rotation. It's going to be real quick. Alright guys, let's get into it. Alright guys, so as far as talents goes, you're going to want Icy Talon for the haste, Freezing Fog for the increased howling damage. You could also go Murderous Efficiency in order to gain more runes. 58 tier, you're going to want Avalanche, not really up to debate there. 60, you could either go Winter's Coming for the 4-second stun, or Blinding Sleep for the blind. Now it really depends on what comp you're going to be playing, which one's better. If you're playing with a comp that has a lot of stuns, it might be good to have the blind. Next, 75 tier, you're either going to want Inaugural Assault or Permafrost. This is also kind of a up in the air thing. Inaugural Assault, if you're going to be playing against teams that you know will be able to kite you, this will give you some damage boost when you're being kited once you get back on target. Permafrost is more of a when you know you're not going to be kited facing maybe melee cleave teams. This will give you a quick absorb shield and kind of get rid of some of the damage. Level 90 tier, not much of an up to debate. You're going to want Gathering the Storm, and then same thing with tier 100. You're going to want Hungry Rune Weapon. Breath of Syndergosa, Breath Spec's not really a thing anymore. So now on to PvP talents. You're going to either want Gladiator's Medallion. Again, not too much up to debate. Gladiator's Medallion is going to be your best bet. Adaptation, maybe, depending on your composition. Adaptation is really good for 1v1 duels, but dueling isn't really a thing right now. Either Reinforced or Armor or Sparring. Depending on what comp you're going to be facing. Sparring for melee cleaves, Reinforced Armor for just about anything else, because that reduced damage from physical damage is really good. Dark Simulacrum or Dark Sim or AMZ, Anti-Magic Zone, again up to debate, depends on what you're fighting. AMZ is real good for preventing caster damage. Dark Sim's good for stealing CCs, again depends on what you need for your team and composition. Necrotic Aura, Heartstop Aura, or Decomposing Aura. I typically go with Necrotic Aura. Usually when you're with caster comps, or if you're playing with a magical damage dealing class, you're going to want this. Decomposing Aura if you're playing with someone who does physical damage to build those stacks and just kind of reduce the enemy's health. And then Heartstop Aura is really only good if you're facing like monks or druids and you need to reduce the cooldown recovery rate of abilities by 20%. Same if you're going Heartstop Aura, you're going to be going with Delirium. But for the most part, you're either going to go Frozen Center or Death Chill. Depends on how you're This is more of a play style preference as well as what you're fighting and what you're playing with. Death Chill is really good to control the enemy, good stuff like that. Frozen Center is really nice, being able to root everyone near you. It kind of works hand in hand with Winter is Coming. That way you can get that stun off and they're rooted and they're not going anywhere. And then as far as this last tier, all these kind of suck. Overpowered Rune Weapon is going to be your best bet, mainly because with Hungering Rune Weapon, it works hand in hand with that, makes it a minute cooldown. You're going to be able to burst every single minute versus every 3 minutes, which is phenomenal. All right, guys, let's kind of get into the rotation. All right, guys, so Frost DKs, we all hear the joke, you smash your face on the keyboard. They're really easy. It's because it's true. They are extremely easy to play. If you have Inaugural Assault, sometimes it's good to build these stacks up here. It stacks up to 10 times. Usually before a match starts, if I'm running Inaugural Assault, I'll try and Chains of Ice, throw a Howling Blast on them, and try and get behind a pillar, just so I can kind of build up those stacks. And then another thing, if you can, it's really good to try and build up your Frost Strike stacks. So if they're kind of toying with you, just throw out some Howling Blasts. If they're not, if they're going in, you might just have to immediately burst. But it's I really like to try and build up my my Icy Talon stack. So we're at 2 stacks right now. And then we can go in here. So now you'll go in Pillar of Frost, Remorseless Winter, pop your Empowering Rune Weapon, and then you just kind of alternate between Obliterate and Frost Strike to keep up your Icy Talon stacks. Now, you do want to obliterate a little bit more because you really want to get up your stacks for Gathering the Storm ASAP. Kind of ignoring Rhyme for the most part while you're building those stacks, because building those stacks is super important. We already have Remorseless Winter up again. You're going to pop it again. And it's pretty much just that. It's pretty much switching between, once you get your Gathering the Storm stacks to max, you're going to want to switch between Obliterate and Frost Strike. It's super easy, and then using Rhyme on proc. That's it. It's really easy. So real quick, some macros I use. I have Cast Pillar Frost, Cast Remorseless Winter, and when I was an Orc, I had Blood Fury, as well as some other trinkets. Those are really good to have. Having a mouse over macro for Chains of Ice is really useful if you don't want to switch targets, as well as a Focus Chains. That's really important. Same with Howling Blast. I have mouse over macros. Mouse over macros are going to be your best friend. Same with AMZ, Dark Sim. I have a Focus as well as a mouse over macro for those ones. And then another really good one to do, if you switch between Dark Sim and AMZ a lot, one really good thing to do is have a macro just for both, because I don't know about you, I always forget to put my talents back on the bar, so I have a macro for both. So if I am running Dark Sim, I don't have to worry about it being on my bars. But other than that, there's not really any other macros that you really need to worry about. Death Grip, Focus Death Grip, Focus, Mind Freeze, that's really about it. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna keep this real short, real quick, real to the point. Hopefully you guys like that. Like I said in the description, there is a more in-depth guide on Frost Death Knights if you want to watch that. I swear I know how to talk. But anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful, quick, and I will catch you guys next time. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay notified for when I make videos. Catch you guys later.